Good afternoon to our listening audience. I'm the chaplain of KGCM Radio.com, and I want to say a special hello to all of you. You know, as one of our commitments for myself and my husband is to bring along more pastors who are in our community that are doing great things as relates to evangelism and outreach. And so today I have the privilege and the pleasure of being with a special person via our wonderful friend Faye Hill, who is a part of our radio station as well, and his name is Pastor Boyd. How are you doing today, Pastor Boyd?
How are you today? Thank you for having me.
Well, first of all, I would just want to say thank you for being committed to our community. Thank you for coming out and doing wonderful things in our community. Why don't you share a little bit with our listening audience of who you are, the name of your church, and where you're located?
I'm Pastor Tyrone Boyd. Our church is located in Lancaster, 2089 West Pleasant Run. We have been faithfully trying to reach out. As last night even, we had a coat drive. We gave coats away. We gave about 60 or 70 coats away to children that came through.
Wow.
In addition, we had rented a game van, and the children came from all over and spent the evening there fellowshipping, and we fed them, and we had just a good, relaxing time with young people.
Right.
Oftentimes, we have a group in our organization, in our church, called the Point Men. The Point Men have a responsibility of helping to mentor young men in the community. We've linked arms with various organizations, and we invite young men. We have a regular meeting. There's a book called The Point Man. We've used that book.
Oh, wow.
We've used Every Man's Battle. Our goal is to train our men to build the foundations so that other young men can come along behind them. Mm-hmm. It's my belief that men are responsible for teaching life.
Right.
And God holds them responsible. The Bible is clear. So therefore, we teach what we call Life 101.
Yeah.
To our college students, our high school students, and we reach out to our community men around us.
Right. Yeah. I totally agree. I wanted to get my husband over here because one of his commitment and his calling is to be so involved and engaged in our youth and our young people's life. And, I appreciate the fact that is what your commitment is. And I just think it's in order that the two of you talk a little bit more about this in dialogue, about what you're doing in the community. Tell me, why do you think it's important for the churches to be engaged, not just behind the pulpit and in the pews, but why is it important for them to be engaged in the community as far as mentorship and outreach? And I'll let my husband take it over.
Well, in response to the question, I think it's dangerous. It's dangerous for young people to be turned off to God in a society that's going the way things are going. Right. And so we have to make a difference in their lives. You can't always do it from the pulpit.
Right.
You can't learn how to swim by correspondence.
That's right.
Not effectively, anyway. You have to get out in the water. And we have to go out to the community where young people are. Sometimes they're turned off by church experiences. Amen. Sometimes they lack any real knowledge of God, and so they have no drawing card. People don't really know that you care unless you show them that you care.
Amen.
And I have found that people respond to love.
Yes.
And so we try to love our young men, our young people.
Yes.
Not only do we have work for the young men, we have a female component for the young sisters to train them. And we love them as well.
Amen, amen. You just said so many things that are dear to my heart about getting out of the church, getting out into the streets, the highways and byways, as we say. Because when we look, as you said, the Bible as our example, that's what Jesus was. That's what Jesus did. I love the Bible said Jesus touched every one of them.
That's right.
Every one of them. So that means we have to be out there and engage. I believe as God is going to hold the men responsible for leadership.
That's right.
We're supposed to lead. And because we have been bamboozled.
The word husband is house band.
There it is.
He has to band that house together.
Come on.
And we take the position that, generally speaking, if there's something wrong in the home, it's the husband's responsibility to see that it's taken care of.
Amen.
And if we fulfill our obligations, our children and our wives, you know what I've noticed? It has yet to fail. All my years, if I can get a husband to come to God,
Yes.
to understand God. The family generally comes, at least 90% of them will come. So fathers and men, you are the key to your children's future. You touch the future by touching their lives.
Amen, amen, amen. And it's so wonderful that you go inside the jails and the prisons also.
Oh.
I've been doing it for years
Yes,
to reach those. Because sometimes those are the least of these that God has talked about for us to reach. And so many people miss those. But that is an important part, our makeup of our society.
Jesus said, I was in prison and you visited me.
Yes, he did.
600,000 inmates across the United States
Yes.
are released every year. The recidivism rate is so high, there must be programs to respond to that. I have been privileged over the last several years to lead a program called Life Connections Program.
Life Connections.
And I run the only female one in the country. It's at FMC Carswell.
Right.
I'm the program facilitator. And we, on average, have about 100 people, 100 females in that program every 6 months. It's an 18-month pre-release program.
Okay.
And we have had good results. Our recidivism rate is only around, so far the statistics say around 3%. That's a 10-year pilot program. So we're pleased. Faith in God is the greatest change agent known.
Yes.
Behavioral modification is just that. It modifies.
It modifies.
Well, my wife modified my behavior.
Amen.
But she didn't change it, till God
Come on,
changed
God.
it.
Yes.
I can modify your behavior best by persuading you that if you do this temporarily, it's okay.
Right,
But it's only modified. And what we really have to is change.
Yes. And I love that because that modification, I've heard a lot of guys say, that's that fake it till you make it. and we don't want to fake it till you make it. We want a transformation.
That's right.
In Romans 12, 1 and 2. So definitely, we want to get that. And I'm so pleased to meet you. I look forward, because God does nothing by happen chance.
Yes.
To doing work with you in this kingdom. So you need me, I need you. You just call and we're there.
All right, let's do that. Let's do that.
God
May God
bless.
bless you, and may you continue the good work you're doing.